take a few moments and introduce one of our conference sponsorship. And this is with an amazing company, CollegeSource. As many of you know, you've worked with them. They've been a sponsor of AACRAO Tech and Transfer particularly, for over 11 years. And we are deeply grateful for those contributions, for the knowledge shared that they provide us, and the help that they do to make this meeting work. So we're really grateful for them. And so with that, I would like to introduce their president, Troy Holaday. If you don't know Troy, I encourage you to get to know him and meet him. He is a unique man. Now, when we look at one of our partnerships, Troy is truly unusual in the fact that he comes from our space. He's an academician at heart. He has his bachelor's degree in art, doctorate in English, composition, I think, of all things. And how he became a CEO or a president of a data company is just amazing to me. But his passion, his industry, he worked and spent time at Ball State University, as many of you might know. He was faculty, he was an administrator there, he was heavily involved in transfer initiatives. And so it is a pleasure to introduce him as one of us. So, Troy, I'll turn the time over to you.
So I'm here to tell you just a little bit about CollegeSource and to draw your attention to our fabulous speaker for this afternoon. But there's two quick things I've got to do first. Number one, this conference has been already, I think, a really enjoyable experience for me. It's so much fun to talk to colleagues and friends and discuss all these new exciting ideas that it feels like more fun than work. So I'm going to do this. Yeah. I'm going to do this. And anybody that wants to follow suit or unsuit, you have my permission to do that. Okay. Number two, I'd like to thank Mark for being the conference director and putting together a fantastic conference. I'm going to give him credit for being the hardest working man at this conference. There are a lot of women working harder than Mark. There's some of them over here. But he's the hardest working man. So thank you very much. We feel privileged to sponsor this conference. I feel privileged to stand up here and talk to you about CollegeSource. I'm going to try to keep it really short and share with you kind of the story of CollegeSource with 5 numbers. The first number is 1971. Our founder founded the company in 1971. He's still alive. He still comes into the office. Crazy old guy. Harry Cooper, if you've ever met him, he's hilarious. And he has amazing stories, but one of his best stories, if you ever get the chance, or I'll tell it if you want to, is how our company started with Lyndon B. Johnson poking at him in the chest and swearing at him. But he got into he was an entrepreneur who in the 50s did a lot of work with microfiche. He converted all the government's files to microfiche, all the New York insurance companies. He was over the group that wrote Fortran. He invented the first airline ticketing system. And our company was started just as a little side job for him, as a friend to a favor to a friend of his who was a registrar at UC Berkeley. So he was tired of having all those catalogs in his basement and was bemoaning the printing costs of all these catalogs that the institutions were printing for each other, not for students, and asked if he could put a microfiche. And it became a quest for Harry. He had to go to Germany to get special lenses ground to read the tiny print that you all put in your print catalogs at the time, because they weren't big enough for a camera to actually read to get on small ones. So if you have microfiche of catalogs in your library, those are ours. So we've been around since 1971. And one of the things I really like about this company is that as a tech company, it's been very smart about reinventing itself every few years. And we keep the same people. A lot of the people that are in our building today used to run microfiche machines. You know, as we moved to CD-ROMs and then PDFs when Adobe came out with their PDF technology originally, went to an online relational database, and now into artificial intelligence and all these things that, you know, we reinvent ourselves every few years. We managed to bring along as many people as we can in our I think our company loyalty is a proof of that. We always talk about boomerangs. There's every once in a while somebody who thinks they're going to be happier outside the company, and they go and they're back usually within a year, and they're back to stay. So we feel very good about that. The next number I want to share is 100 million. As you know, we have the first and only comprehensive collection of college and course data in the United States. It's been our mission for a long time, since the microfiche days. And this year we hit the number 100 million. And I was trying to get my staff to appreciate just how big a number that is in terms of data, because when it's data, it comes down on you put it on a thumb drive, right? It's amazing how small you can make it. So I was trying to think, what's the smallest visual I could come up with for one piece of data, for a course, right? And being a guy who likes to eat, I thought about M&Ms. And so I thought, okay, well, if I had one M&M for every course in our database, how big would a pile of 100 million M&Ms look like? And it was 12 and a half dump trucks. So it's a pretty amazing. And it's funny, but we do such a good job of archiving colleges that sometimes colleges call us for their old catalogs because they don't have a copy of them. So 9.9 million sessions is the next number I'd like to give you. Those of you who use tests, some of you know the CollegeSource for its products, tests, schedule, transferology, you achieve. 9.9 million sessions last year of college staff getting in to work in tests to make transfer better in America. So they're doing the work to evaluate how courses match up from school to school to give us the most mobile system of credit in the world. And that 9.9 million sessions roughly translates to over 800,000 hours of actual work. That's a lot of work helping students transfer, and we're super happy to be a part of that, to support it. 2.5 million, that's how many courses students entered in transferology this year to see how they would transfer. 2.5 million courses. They're looking for answers to how many of those courses will transfer. That's several 100,000 students. And then finally, my last number is 2018, which is this year. Because this was a big year for us. This is our first year that we've had, we moved some of our clients into the cloud, so our degree audit clients. So it's the first year we've had degree audit clients working in the cloud with UAchieve, and we also released Schedule this year, which is a dynamic scheduling utility with a social aspect to it, so students can see which sections their friends are in, to put it in a nutshell. CollegeSource is not a bunch of numbers, though. It's really all about, we have a very focused mission to be all about degree achievement and transfer solutions. And for that reason, I think I'm a pretty good person to introduce our speaker today. So we're going to welcome to the podium Shanna Jaggars in a minute. She's the Assistant Vice Provost for Research and Undergraduate Education at The Ohio State University. She's widely published in the area of student success, including her 2015 Oxford University Press book, Redesigning America's Community Colleges, The Clearer Path to Student Success, which has really become a playbook for our community to do better. And in my years I was really excited when I heard that the keynote was going to be about pathways, because in my years of working with the Indiana Commission on transfer initiatives, I felt very keenly that getting students to college is an important question, but a more important question is how do we get them through college? If you just get them there to the door, that's only a very small part of the battle. We've got to figure out how they get all the way through with any number of colleges, whatever their experiences are, life experiences, credits, to finish, because that's what's meaningful, right, to achievements. So, Shanna, would you like to come up to the stage?